start with the service called, the first service that we're going to talk about here is EC2. What is that, Nana? So what is the full form of EC2? Elastic Compute Cloud. So Nana, this is a certification question. So please keep this in mind. So it is Elastic Compute Cloud, not a cloud compute, not cloud computing. So it is Elastic Compute Cloud. Elastic Compute Cloud. So this EC2 is the backbone of AWS. EC2 is the backbone of AWS. That meaning EC2 is the big service in the entire AWS. And also you have to know in and out on EC2. So if you are not good in EC2, you cannot say that you are an AWS engineer. So EC2 is must and should, and then you have to know in and out on the EC2. That is the biggest service in AWS. Okay, na? So what is the EC2? EC2 meaning Elastic Compute Cloud. What do we do in EC2, Nana? Yes, in EC2 service, what we do, we can launch EC2 instances. Agree? So in EC2 service, what we can do? We can launch EC2 instances. What are the servers called in AWS? Instances. What instances are those? EC2 instances. EC2 instances are nothing but virtual machines. Yes. Okay. Okay, now. So now in AWS, there are so many services. So which is the service that we are talking about now? EC2. So every service in AWS can be either regional or global. What is that? Regional or global. So what is regional? What is global? Let's see. Nana, you have launched one EC2 instance in Mumbai region. Which region? Mumbai region. So now you have launched the EC2 in Mumbai region. Now that EC2 will be available, this same EC2 will be available in all the regions at the same time? Yes or no? No. So Riyaz sir is here. Can I be available in all the places at one time? I'm not like, oh, boom, boom, but I cannot be like, multiple people, right? So whenever you launch an EC2 instance in Mumbai region, that EC2 will be in only the Mumbai region. Can that same EC2 can be in multiple regions at the same time? No. So now tell me, EC2 is regional, global? Excellent. So every service in AWS will be either regional or global. Now you tell me one certification question. EC2 service is regional or global? Super. So now there might be few other services that whenever you work on that services, that service is not specific only for one region. It is for all regions. Then those services are global. Those services are global. And I'm telling you, 99% all the services are regional only. All services are regional. Until I specifically say, Babu, this service is global, you consider all the services are regional only. Maximum all the services are regional. Okay. Then I will specifically tell you that, Babu, this service is global. Until then, please keep this in mind. All the services are regional. Okay. So, virtual machine learning. Sujyot. Okay. So, I'll write it here. AWS services can be either regional or global. So what do you say? EC2 service. EC2 is regional service. Now, do you all understood what is regional, what is global? So, okay. Now, let me give one example. I'm talking about your on-premises. What is on-premises? What is on-premises? Yes. So the data center which is handled by us is called the on-premises. On-premises meaning the data center which is handled by you. That is called on-premises. So Nana, in on-premises also you will have load balancers. Yes. In on-premises also you have a load balancer. And load balancer will send the traffic to application server. From application server it goes to DB servers. I'm just directly giving it. Okay. So now this is load balancer. ELB. and this is app server. This is DB server. So load balancer will send the traffic to application server. Application from application server will go to the DB server. Guys, this is, I'm talking about on-premises. This is on-prem. On-premises. Now, on-premises meaning load balancer is a software only that you need to install on one server. Yes. Now tell me, in on-premises, can you easily set up high availability in on-premises with your physical machines? Will you easily set up high availability in your on-premises? In on-premises, physical machines? No. So you cannot easily set up high availability. Can you tell me in an on-premises, can you easily tap create the servers, tap delete the servers? In on-premises. In on-premises, Nana. In on-premises, it's a physical machine, no? Okay, now tell me, is it possible to do auto scaling in your on-premises with physical servers? No. What is auto scaling? Scale out and then scale in. So that meaning, can you increase the number of servers just like that in your on-premises? So do you have any good auto scaling there? No auto scaling. Okay, now, can you, okay, let's say for example, in on-premises, you have one physical server which is 8 GB RAM. Can you increase to 10 GB? I mean, let's say next 12 GB or 18 GB or something like this, you can increase. But will you keep on able to increase? Will you increase to 24 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB, 128 GB like this? Will you keep on increasing it? No. So is it possible to have nice scalability there? No scalability. So that is the problem. This is the problems because we went to the cloud. In on-premises, can you easily set up high availability? What is your answer? Yes or no? No. In on-premises, can you easily set up auto scaling? No. In on-premises, can you easily do scalability? No. But in cloud, easily you can do it. Easily you can do it. Okay, let's say Nana here. There is a great chance that your load balancer will go down here. Yes or no? There will be a high chance that load balancer will go down there. If that load balancer goes down, your application will work. What is your answer? Your application will work? Yes or no? No. It's not no, right? So now here, generally, first of all, let me ask you, you know this very well. What is load balancer now? What is the definition of load balancer? Which distribute the traffic to the servers. We know this. Okay. And guys, remember, this load balancer in AWS, we call it as elastic load balancer. What load balancer? Elastic load balancer. So this load balancer in AWS, we call it as elastic load balancer. In shortcut, you call it as ELB. What is it, Nana? What is the full form of ELB? Elastic load balancer. So now you can call it as load balancer, but in AWS, load balancer is now called as elastic load balancer, ELB. And do you remember what is elastic? What is elastic? Rubber, okay, understand. You know, okay, what is elasticity? We learned a couple of days back. What is elasticity? Increasing or decreasing the number of server based on the demand. So this load balancer is also what? Elastic. And guys, the beauty of this is, this load balancer is a completely managed by AWS. This elastic load balancer is completely managed by AWS. So this elastic load balancer is a service or server? It is a service. What? It is a service. So it is not a server. No, if it is server, there will be a chance it will go down. But it is a service or server? Service. So elastic load balancer is a service from AWS, where now you tell me elastic load balancer will go down? Never. Load balancer, ELB, will never go down. Because why? ELB is managed by whom? AWS. And ELB is a service or server? Service. ELB is a service. So now we have ELB. And then we have, what are these here? What are these? EC2 instances. What are these? EC2 instances. So this is EC2. See, Nana? EC2, EC2, EC2. See here, can I have this first EC2 instance in 1A? This one in 1B? This one in 1C? Yes. And what this load balancer is doing? Load balancer is distributing the traffic to multiple EC2 instances across availability zones. Nana, whenever you create a load balancer in AWS, this load balancer, AWS will give you one DNS name or a URL. AWS will give you what, Nana? URL. What do you call DNS name? What is that? DNS name. And how do you access your load balancer? Using DNS name. How do you access the load balancer? Using DNS name. Now, repeat with me. So, what is load balancer? Load balancer which distribute the traffic to the servers. And what is this load balancer called in AWS? Elastic load balancer. So here, elastic load balancer is a service from AWS or a server? Service. So service meaning, can I log into the load balancer or can I access the load balancer? Access the load balancer. Can you log in it? No. If it is server, we can log in. But is it server? No, it is a service. So load balancer, we can access. How do you access the load balancer? Using DNS name. Using DNS name. You're getting it, Anna? So do you need to worry about the load balancer now? No. This load balancer is completely managed by AWS. What we need to do is create load balancer. That's it. There will be a button called create load balancer. Load balancer will be created. And we'll be using that load balancer. Do we need to worry about the performance of the load balancer? Do we need to worry about the auto scaling on the load balancer? Do we need to worry about the scalability of the load balancer? Do we need to worry about the elasticity on the load balancer? No, all these are completely managed by AWS. Make sense? Understood? Super. Okay, so I rename this here. What is elastic? Now it is called it as elastic load balancer. In shortcut, call it as ELB. Okay. Now tell me the definition of the load balancer now. Which distribute the traffic to multiple. Instead of servers, what should we call now? EC2 instances across availability zones. This is how you should talk about the load balance. Okay. ELB is completely managed by AWS. Do we need to worry about high availability of the load balancer? Auto scaling the load balancer? Scalability of the load balancer? No. Performance of the load balancer? No. It's completely managed by AWS. ELB is a server or a service? Is a service from AWS, not server. Can you log into the load balancer or can you access the load balancer? Yes. You cannot log into ELB. You can access ELB with how do you access load balancer? With the DNS name. DNS name is nothing but it's a URL only. Okay. Okay. ELB is specific to availability zone. ELB is specific to a region. Excellent. You got this, Nana? ELB is specific to availability zone or ELB is specific to the region? Region. Yesterday we learned, right? So load balancer is not specific to only one availability zone. Load balancer can send the traffic to 1A. Load balancer can send the traffic to 1B and 1C. So load balancer is specific to only one availability zone? No. So load balancer is created at the regional level. You create a load balancer and load balancer has a power to send the traffic to multiple availability zones. So here ELB doesn't have availability zones. It is created at regional level. Okay. Now, is this clear till here, everyone? Online, is it clear? Titi, if you want fault tolerance on top of this, what you can implement on top of this? If you want fault tolerance on here, what you want to implement? How do you achieve fault tolerance? Using? Excellent, Nana. Excellent. On top of it, can we have auto scaling if required? Yes. What is auto scaling? Scale out and scale in. So whenever is required, automatically from 3 servers, can I increase to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 servers? Yes. And there is no load, decrease it back. So what is that called? Auto scaling. Okay. Nice. Offline, clear, everyone? Okay. So this is just, we are touching the services, okay? I'm telling you, we are not going deeper yet. I'm just giving you the overview on each and every service. Okay. There is another service now. I'll give the definition, you find out the service name, okay? There is a service which is used for easy and quick deployment of applications in AWS. Which one? Louder. Elastic Beanstalk. Nana, don't, Maunish, Arvind, don't call it as EBS. Don't call it as EBS. So call it as full form, Elastic Beanstalk, because EBS refers for some other thing in AWS. So it's not good call it as EBS, call it as Elastic Beanstalk. Very good. So let's talk on Elastic Beanstalk. Elastic Beanstalk. So what is the definition of Elastic Beanstalk? Easy and quick deployment of applications in AWS. So do you remember in which service model this Beanstalk will come? Platform as a service. Do you remember these topics? Or you forgot? Okay, let me remind you now. LK. So there are 3 types of service models. What are those? Infrastructure as service, platform as service, software as service. Nana, in infrastructure service, customers are responsible for what? Application, data, and operating system. Application, data, and operating system. So in platform as service, customers are responsible for what? Application and data. Are we responsible for the operating system? No. Do we need to worry on the servers in platform servers? No. Do we have a control on the servers in platform service? No. Remember these topics. So this Elastic Beanstalk act as a platform as a service in AWS. Nana, see, I want to set up one application in AWS. If I want to set up an application in AWS, which is the service do you recommend? EC2, no? In EC2, what we do? Listen this carefully. In EC2, what we do? In EC2, we go and launch EC2 instance. We log into it. We deploy the application. We create a load balancer, and we'll do everything here. In EC2, it's manual process. But in Beanstalk will say, Babu, you don't do all these things. Give me the application. Give me the application. So whatever the application that you have, that is developed in Java, .NET, whichever it is. So give me that application. Give that application to the Beanstalk, and Beanstalk will do everything on behalf of you, and he'll give the URL back to you. That is the job of platform as a service, no? Remember, what the platform as a service do? Platform as a service, you just need to give the application, right? Everything. Do you have the control on the servers in platform as a service? No. Do you need to worry on the servers on platform as a service? No. But here, guys, in general, in platform as a service, we don't have any control on the servers. But in Beanstalk, do you all agree Beanstalk act as a platform as a service in AWS? Yes. So do you all agree that we just need to give the application to the Beanstalk? Yes or no? Yes. So we are giving the application to the Beanstalk and say, Beanstalk, do your job. You know what the Beanstalk will do? Beanstalk will go and set up the server, deploy the application, everything it will do, and then he'll give the URL to you to access. But the good thing is, In general, in platform as a service, do we have access to the servers? No. Do we have a control on the servers? But in AWS, in Beanstalk, we still have access to the server. We can control the server also. That is the beauty of it. Nana, in general, in platform as a, do we have control on the servers? No. You will say that, by don't worry on the servers, give me the application. That's it. But here, Beanstalk will do everything for you. But still you have control on it. But is it recommended that you go and control? No. Let Beanstalk handle, no. Let's Beanstalk handle it. And you know one more important thing here. I told you that Beanstalk will do everything behalf of you, correct? The backbone of Beanstalk is EC2 only. Which one? EC2 only. Beanstalk will launch what? EC2. I'll tell you, see here. I have application. Nana, I have application. I have application and you are all AWS engineers. And I came to you saying that, hey, this is the application. Can you please put it in AWS and give me the URL to access? Now, what are the two ways, what are the two services that you have in your mind to deploy this application? One is EC2, another one is Beanstalk. Yes or no? There are only two services for now, no? In EC2, what you do? You do it manually. Yes or no? In EC2, what you need to do? Manually. You need to go and launch, you need to deploy, you need to do everything, you need to configure, you need to maintain, you need to secure it. And there is also another way. Which one? Beanstalk. What in Beanstalk, what do you do? You give the application to Beanstalk. That's it. And Beanstalk will do everything behalf of you and give the URL to you. What is the backbone of Beanstalk? EC2. Do we have control on the EC2? Yes. Can you access the EC2? Yes. Do you have access to the EC2? Yes. But is it recommended that you control the EC2? No. Who will control that? Beanstalk will control that. Makes sense, na? Is this clear? You're getting it? So now, if I give application to you, what are the two services that you can think of to deploy the application? Louder. EC2 and Beanstalk. Do you all understand when to go for EC2, when to go for Beanstalk? If you want to go to EC2, you do everything. You do manually everything. But if you don't want to do anything, then which service do you choose? Beanstalk. So Nana, okay, see, similarly here, I gave you this example already. So if you want to eat biryani, there are multiple ways to eat biryani. Yes or no? Yes or no? What is the first way? We prepare ourselves. Yes or no? So if you have a house, if you have a room, what we do, we purchase that and this, everything, all ingredients, right? And then we cook, we fight with it, and then finally, somehow you will get some style. We eat it. That means you are manually doing everything, right? So that is EC2. And there is another way. Go to restaurant and order. Arey, ek jumbo biryani for me, only one for me, right? One jumbo biryani. So do you need to worry about that, how it is getting prepared? What is the backbone of it? You don't need to worry. You don't need to worry it. Automatically, you order it. Automatically, you will get the biryani in your table. So if you are lazy, go with Beanstalk. If you want to do lot of customization, lot of things to do, go with the EC2. You understood the difference between EC2 Beanstalk now? Very good. So now I'll write. In general, platform as a service, you don't have access to access and control on the servers. There is a question, sir, what happened if that EC2 goes down? Till yesterday, we have learned about high availability concept, no? Is it recommended to have only one EC2? What if that Pusuk, that EC2 goes down? Everything is down. But if you want that your application to be working all the time, what is the concept that you should implement? High availability. In high availability, what are the three rules? RMF, what are those? Redundancy, monitoring, failover. So you at least minimum how many EC2 instances that you can have? 2. Minimum 2 should be there. And you have load balancer. And if one EC2 instance goes down also, any problem? No problem. So that is how you need to architect in real time. You understood now? Yes. So in AWS Beanstalk, okay. So guys, in Beanstalk, you have full control on the servers. Yes, you have full control on EC2 instances launched by Beanstalk. Okay, so Beanstalk handles EC2 instances, that meaning operating system, behalf of us. What is the backbone of Beanstalk? The backbone of Beanstalk. Beanstalk is EC2. Nana, clear? You understand what is Beanstalk? So if you don't want to do anything, you just go to the Beanstalk. You give application to Beanstalk and you do some configuration. Everything will be done Beanstalk. And sir, what about application data? We need to provide. No, in Beanstalk, who will provide? In Beanstalk is a platform as service. No, in platform as service, customers are responsible for what? Application and data. So who will be given this application data? We should give. That meaning for us, who will give application? Developers. So developers will give the application to us, right? And then we just go to the Beanstalk, and then Beanstalk will do everything behalf of us. And Monish is asking, sir, no control? Don't we have control on the EC2 instance launched by the Beanstalk? Do we have control? Yes or no? Yes, we have control. But is it recommended that you control those EC2 instances? No. Who will control? Beanstalk will control. He will say that. He'll chumma say. Beanstalk will say to you, "Arey customer, you have full control on my EC2 instances. But if you go and touch that EC2 instance, Beanstalk will cry. Beanstalk will cry. Because Beanstalk, okay, let's say for example, I'm saying, Beanstalk has launched the EC2 instance in the backend. Who launched it? Beanstalk or you are? Beanstalk has launched. You went in the backend and stopped the EC2 instance. Does the Beanstalk will know? Then it starts crying that your application is down. So it is not good that you control the EC2 instances. Who will control? Beanstalk will control. Okay. Nana, is this clear till here, everyone? Okay. So now, next here we have is light sail. What is that? Say it like this. Light sail. What? Light sail. As the name clearly says, light sail. Light, very light. Okay, I'll give an example. You know Blogger? You know Blogger. It will, Shiva, it will, in the backend it will use. Blogger, who writes the blogs? No. Who writes the articles? Who writes the articles is a blogger. Okay, let's say, for example, I have our friend name, Shiva, right? So let's say Shiva is a blogger. Shiva is a blogger. That meaning who writes the blog articles in some websites. So Shiva, what he used to do is he used to write the articles in different websites. Now he thought, why I need to write blogs in different websites? Let me have my own website. Let me have my own website. So what he did was, someone said, hey Shiva, if you want to have your own website, AWS is number one. Go to AWS, easily you can set it up. What Shiva did now? Shiva came to AWS, he opened the console, okay, and he started reading. Then, which is a service do you suggest to deploy our application? Which is the service do you suggest to deploy the application? What are the two services that you suggest to deploy the applications? EC2 and Beanstalk, right? So what he did was he chose the EC2, he launched the EC2. Nana, to launch an EC2 instance, there are 7 steps. How many steps are there? How many steps are there to launch an EC2 instance? 7 steps are there. So each and every step he started reading, lot of technical things, and finally he launched. Then he got to know that, Are Babu, we need to have load balancer. Then he read about load balancer, he did. After that, once he deployed everything, he deployed the application, that also he did. And finally, he thought, Are, we need to have a database also. He started digging on the database. Nana, he's a blogger, he's a AWS engineer. He's a blogger, right? Is he anyone interested to go this much deep technical as a blogger? No. What he want is, as a blogger, there should be something readily available. Tuck, it should be ready. I go and create, it should be ready. You are getting it? Everything should be readily be there. You just touch it, it should be come up. So guys, for this kind of requirement, there is a service called light sail. So light sail meaning it is very light. You no need to do anything. Readily everything is available. What you need to do is click it. Click. You want Inky Pinky Ponky. Which one you want? This application. Let's say for example, you want Joomla. You want cPanel. You want WordPress. You want all these major applications will be readily available. What you need to do is, hey, I need that application. Click. Application is ready. But can you do a lot of things in Lightsail? No, it is light sail. Nothing. And very bad thing about, disadvantage about Lightsail is, Lightsail doesn't have auto scaling. No concept of auto scaling. So someone is saying, Suparav is saying, sir, Lightsail is like a software service? Yes. Software is readily available. You just need to go and access it. That is called what, Nana? Lightsail. So if anyone is very new to AWS, if anyone doesn't know very technical on the AWS, right? Which one you should choose? Lightsail. And if you want to do lot of customization, lot of things, then which one would you choose? EC2. And you don't want to do anything, just to go ahead and then give it to someone and he will do it. Which one? Beanstalk. Now you understood which one to choose and what? There is a question again here. What is the difference between Elastic Beanstalk and Lightsail? Nana, in Elastic Beanstalk, who is giving the application? We. Yes or no? We need to give the application. But in Lightsail, who is giving the application? Lightsail itself has the application. AWS will provide automatically the application. You don't need to do anything. Okay? So Lightsail, if you want to set up and create a virtual Lightsail instance, which already has everything installed, like WordPress. Have you heard about WordPress? Have you heard about WordPress? Which is used to create websites, correct? WordPress is there. GitLab is there, right? Node.js will be there. Yes. Joomla is there. Drupal is there. Redmine is there. Nginx is there. cPanel is there, etc. I cannot write all those things, but there are so many applications readily available. Whichever you like, go and click it, and it will be readily available for you. That is, it's called Lightsail. Nana, what is the problem? What is the disadvantage with the Lightsail? What it does not support? Auto scaling. It doesn't support auto scaling. If it is not supporting auto scaling, will you recommend this for your big companies and big projects? No. Everything, anyone who is new to AWS, anyone who want to start immediately, if they have idea and they don't have much technical things, then go with the Lightsail. Clear till here, everyone? Shiva is asking, sir, why anyone goes to Lightsail as WordPress already provides account? So there are two types. This will be little bit deeper, not required, but guys, any service provider, you can deploy by yourself, and directly the provider will be providing you directly services. There are two ways. You can create your own stuff or you can use directly provided services. So if you want to install WordPress by yourself, so install it, no? Like that. Shiva. Okay, so give me one example. Okay, so we have a client here. No, we have a client and he has Baba application. Okay, and he has an application with it. Guys, you tell me, a customer came to you saying that I have Baba application, Java application. Can you please deploy on AWS and give me the URL? What are the services that you know that you can deploy? Which are the services? You have to be confident and louder. Which one? EC2 and correct. No, why you're thinking too much, right? So if any customer comes to you and asks, hey, this is the application, can you please deploy? What are the two services that you will get in your mind first? EC2 and Beanstalk. Which one will you choose, EC2 or Beanstalk? Depend upon the requirement. Correct. If EC2 meaning you have to go and set up everything by yourself. Beanstalk meaning give the application to Beanstalk and everything Beanstalk will create. Right? So here, now you have two ways here, right? One is which service, Nana? EC2. Another one is Beanstalk. So here it is EC2 and Beanstalk. In EC2, what you do? You only go and launch EC2 instance, configure, deploy, maintain, everything you need to do it. Correct, Nana? Whereas in Beanstalk, guys, give it some configurations. That's it. Give it some configuration to Beanstalk and upload the application. That's it. And you need to select the platform. Platform meaning here, guys, Beanstalk is providing the platforms like this. It is providing a platform called Tomcat, .NET, Docker, Python, Go, etc. So like this, there are so many platforms which is provided by the Beanstalk. Now, client is having what type of application? Developed in which language? Which language? Java. So you have Java application. Now tell me, Java, if you have Java application, which platform that you need to select here? Tomcat. Which one, Nana? Tomcat. So if you have a .NET application, which platform you need to select? .NET. If you have Python application, which platform you need to select? Python. If you have a Docker microservices application, which service do you select? Docker. So platform will be there readily based on your application. If it's developed in Java, Java will work on which? Tomcat. .NET application will work on .NET application. Select this platform, give some configuration and upload your application. That's it. And what it does is it will launch one EC2 instance, not one, it will launch the EC2 instance automatically. This is EC2. And it will put your application automatically and it will generate the URL and you access that URL. Simple. Make sense? Is this clear till here? Anything that I can repeat here? No. Understood? Clear? Any questions? So what I mean to say here is, no. So now you tell me, okay, what are the services that we have learned till now based on this paint? What are the AWS services that you know till now? EC2, Beanstalk, Lightsail, Amaya. Okay. So now I want to set up everything by myself. I need to configure, maintain everything by myself. Which service would you suggest? EC2. So I don't want to maintain, configure everything. I just give some configuration. I'll just give the application and everything should be done by AWS. Which one? Elastic, Beanstalk. I don't have even application. I don't have anything, but I want ready-madely everything available. Which one? Understood now? Okay, Nana? Super. Any questions still here, Nana? So if not, let's move to the next one. So the next important service here is Lambda. What's that? Lambda. Not Nimda, not that. It's Lambda. Okay. Okay. So this Lambda, guys, habituate the names. Open your mouth and say, okay, so that it'll register in your brains. Okay. So Lambda. What is that? Lambda. So Lambda, what is this Lambda? Any developers here? I don't ask any questions, but I'm just asking any developers. If you're a developer also, I will not raise my hand. Huh? Okay, so online people, there are so many developers are there. See? Okay, so okay, so see this their chat, guys. Okay, there are so many developers online. Developers, now tell me, okay, what is a function? What is a function? Functions are every Sunday, Saturday. Our friend will call, we'll go to function. Not that function I'm talking about. What is function? Okay. People say reusable code, method, behavior. Uh-huh. So sequence of program, Babu. There's so many. Okay. So function is a behavior of an object. That much big why we need. Okay. I'll tell you in a very simple way. Okay. So function workflow service. Babu. Okay. So function meaning a piece of code which can be reusable multiple times. Okay. A piece of code which is reusable multiple times. Okay, now let's say you're writing some program, Nana, and that your code should be get connected to your database. Every time you do the connection to the database, or will you create a function called database and then you call that database every time whenever you need? Simple, no? Will you repeat the code to connect the database every time? No need. We create a database function and then we'll call that function every time wherever you need. Simple. So it is reusable of code. I'm not talking about database and all, but function meaning, Nana, a piece of code which can be reusable multiple times. I create a piece of code, I'll keep it, and I'll call that function whenever I need, I can just call that function. Do I need to rewrite the entire code? No need. You copy that function directly. Okay. So now function meaning a piece of code which is reusable. Now for developers, now tell me, can you execute the function without the application? Answer is, what is that answer, Nana? No. So without a proper application, can you run any function? No. Okay. Can you run the function without a server? See the answers. Yes or no? No. You need to have a server. You need to have an application in order to run the function. Yes or no? No. Yes. But our Lambda, what do we do in the Lambda is you can create functions. What you can create, Nana? Functions. What functions are these? Lambda functions. What functions? Lambda functions. So you can create this function in any language. You can write it, you can create the function in Python. You can create the function in .NET. You can create the function in Java, etc. Ruby, there are so many languages available. So you create a function. And the beauty of this is you no need to have the server. You can directly execute the function without a server, without an application. You create a function, use it. That's it. You create a function and then use it. Do we need a server for this? No server. So guys, Lambda is server based or serverless? Yes. Lambda is serverless. Lambda is serverless. Getting it? So this is completely used by the developers. Okay. And also I'll write here. You can run the code without server. Okay. So let me explain you with some small example. So I'll take another guy. That guy, blue shirt. What is your name? Ali, I used Ali, Shiva, Ganesh, single hand. Okay. So we have our Ganesh. Okay. So guys, listen this carefully. I'll explain this lambda function in a very easy and simplest way. See, Shiva understood something. Okay. So here, online Shiva, not you here. There are so many Shivas here. Okay. So what Ganesh did is, guys, listen this carefully. Huh? We discussed about EC2. We discussed about quite a lot about EC2. Ganesh got excited a lot. Assume example. Huh? Ganesh got excited a lot and he said that, sir, you explained about EC2. I'm very tempted. I want to go and launch EC2 instance right away, right now. I want to launch. What did I say is, Ganesh, don't launch. Don't launch the EC2 instance until I say, don't launch it. He'll say that, okay, sir. Okay, sir. He'll say, okay, sir. And what he did was, he went home and he saw the watch. It's night 10 o'clock. Riaz sir might be slept. So what he did was, he went to the console and he launched the EC2 instance. What he did was, what Nana? He launched the EC2 instance. See here. He launched the EC2 instance. Whenever he launched the EC2 instance, guys, this EC2 instance is automatically getting terminated. Automatically getting terminated. What is the meaning of terminated? Terminate meaning delete. Okay, for EC2 instances, what we can do is, can we launch EC2 instance? Can we stop EC2 instance? Can we start EC2 instance? Can we reboot EC2 instance? And finally, you can terminate the EC2 instance. Terminate meaning, Nana, what is terminate meaning? Destroy, kill, delete, everything. Terminate meaning, boom, it's gone. Delete, remove it. So Ganesh, what he did was, guys, he went and launched the EC2 instance. When he is launching the EC2 instance, automatically is getting terminated. Are? Riaz sir, you are awake and then you are watching. I know. What he did was, he put an alarm at midnight, 12 o'clock. And he got up at 12 o'clock in the midnight. Again, he opened the console. Again, he launched the EC2 instance. Whenever he launched, again, it is getting terminated. Wow. What Riaz sir is doing at 12 o'clock in the midnight? He's reading or what? He's still awake. Oh, God. So what he did was, again, he put an alarm at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning. So he got up at 3 o'clock early in the morning. He launched an EC2 instance. Again, it is getting terminated. So early morning, he came to office with very drowsy eyes. And he asked, Riaz sir, what are you doing in the night? What is that question, Baba? Right? So I was doing something what I want reading or whatever I'm doing, right? So no, sir, you are awake all the night. Are no macha, I slept at 9 o'clock. Sir, don't tell me lies. 10 o'clock you're awake, 12 o'clock you're awake, 3 o'clock you're awake. Are no, Ray, I slept. Sir, come on, sir. I am launching the EC2 and you are terminating it. Oh, I told you not to launch EC2 instance. No, why did you launch? No, sir, I got excited. I launched. But, sir, why did you terminate it, sir? No, Babu, I did not terminate it. I know that you are very excited yesterday. And what I did was, I created a lambda function. What I created? A lambda function. I created a lambda function here. And I named that as terminate function. Terminate. What is that function name? Terminate. You can give any name. I created a lambda function called terminate function. And I use Python code inside it. What does the code contain? To terminate the EC2 instance. See? So I created a lambda function. What does the lambda function contain? To terminate the EC2. Sir, okay, sir. That's fine, sir. You created lambda function to terminate the EC2 instance. How do you know, sir? Exactly 10 o'clock I will launch? Yes or no? Sir, how do you know exactly 12 o'clock I will launch? You create a Lambda function. How do that Lambda function know when to act, when to trigger? So guys, here, whenever you create anything in AWS, whenever you do anything in AWS, in the backend, event is generated. What is generated? Event. When you launch an EC2 instance, launch event is generated. When you terminate the EC2 instance, terminate event is generated. When you, whatever you do in AWS, an event is generated. Can I catch that event? Yes or no? Can I catch that event? What is that events that I'm interested in? Launch event. What event? Whenever he is launching the EC2 instance, guys, a launch event is generated. No, I see here, a launch event is generated. So whenever this launch event is generated, what I do is I'll invoke this Lambda function. What is that? I invoke or I trigger. I invoked the Lambda function. So whenever it will be triggered. Guys, whenever launch event got triggered, automatically my Lambda function will trigger. Can I create a rule like this here? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Yeah. I am interested in launch. Okay, can I do like this also? Okay, not good. So now you understand, whenever he is launching the EC2 instance, what event is triggered? Launch event is triggered. So now I catch that event. Guys, remember, all these events will be located in a service called Event Bridge. What is it, Nana? That is a service. So all the events are stored in which service? Event Bridge. Which one, Nana? See, there, backside. Event Bridge. So where are all the events are stored? Event Bridge. So whichever is event is required, can I go and catch it? If someone is launching, I can catch it. If someone is stopping, I can catch it. Someone is terminating, I can catch it. I can catch that event and I can trigger the Lambda function. So which event I'm interested in here? Launch event. So whenever he is launching the EC2 instance, my Lambda function will be boom, triggered. What does the Lambda function contain? To terminate the EC2 instance. Whenever he is launching, immediately function is terminating. Whenever launching, terminating. Whenever launching, terminating. So this is like a loop. Whenever he is launching, it is getting terminated. By whom? Lambda function. Can we say that, Nana? Lambda is used for automation? Lambda is used for automation? Yes, Lambda is used for automation. Lambda is used for automation. Is this clear? So I'll write here, Lambda is invoked based on the trigger or event. Okay. Think and answer. I'm giving you one scenario. Chitty, see here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have space, but consider that I have 4 EC2 instances or 40 EC2 instances. How many are there? 40 EC2 instances. How many are there, Nana? Assume that we have 40 EC2 instances. Now, these EC2 instances are not used in the night. Do I need to keep on running those 40 EC2 instances if it is not used? No. What we can do? We can stop. No. You are not there here in the room. Does the fan need to run all the time at the night? If it is running all the time at the night, what is the problem? I'll get the bill, no? Current bill. Similarly, if you are not using, go and stop it. Similarly, in the EC2 instance also, if you are not using it, stop it. Okay. How many are there? How many EC2 instances are there? 40. I want exactly at 9 o'clock in the night automatically to stop all these EC2 instances. And morning, all the employees will come, but at the morning, 9 a.m., all the EC2 instances to start. Tell me how to do it. How can we automate this? Using what? Lambda function. Using Lambda function. For this requirement, tell me how many Lambda functions I need to create. Excellent. How many? 2. How many, Nana? 2. What is the 2 Lambda functions? One is for, yes, one is for stop function. Another one is for start function. Start function. So what does the function contain? This function stop all the EC2 instances. What is this contain? Start all the EC2 instances. So you can write it in which code? Python code, or it supports Python, .NET, Java, Ruby, so many things it supports. It's up to you. So guys, your Lambda function, this will go and automatically stop and start the EC2 instances. It will stop and start EC2 instances. No, you have to use Lambda only, Prashant. Nana, you understood this here? And can we schedule it? We can schedule it. Exactly at 9 p.m. automatically the Lambda function should go and kickstart it. So exactly at 9 p.m. that stop Lambda function will be executed. And in that Lambda function, whatever the code that you have written, all the EC2 instance will be stopped. And exactly at morning 9 a.m. again, it will, as per the schedule, the Lambda function will be triggered, and whatever the code that you have written, it will go and start. Now you understand Lambda is used for automation purpose. Lambda is used for automation purpose. Is it clear, Nana? Understood? Any questions? Okay, let me ask you these questions, guys. So now you tell me, what are the services that we have learned today? List down. EC2, Beanstalk, Lightsail, Lambda, one more. Event bridge. So okay, I'm asking the questions, you answer it, guys. Okay. So what is the full form of EC2? Elastic Compute Cloud. So which is a service in AWS where you can go and create virtual machines? EC2. So do you all agree that all AWS services will be either regional or global? So EC2 is regional or global? Regional. EC2 is regional. So what is load balancer? Which distribute the traffic to the servers. What is this load balancer called in AWS? Elastic load balancer. So ELB is completely managed by AWS. So do you need to worry about the performance, scalability, elasticity, etc. for the load balancer? No. Who will take care of it? AWS. So load balancer is a server or service? Service. So is it possible to log into the load balancer or access the load balancer? How do you access your load balancer? Using DNS name. Fantastic. So now I have my application. I don't want to set up everything by myself. I want some service to do behalf of me. Which service do you suggest? Beanstalk. What is Beanstalk? Easy and quick deployment of applications in AWS. Can we say Beanstalk is like a platform as service? Yes. What is the backbone of Beanstalk? EC2. So who will launch the EC2? Beanstalk will launch. Do we have the control on the EC2? Yes, we have control. But is it recommended to control? No. And I don't want to do anything. Everything should be readily available. I want to go and use it. Which one? Lightsail. So does all the major software will be available directly? Yes. So now I give the application to you. So I give the application. Now you are a AWS engineer. What are the services that you get in your mind to deploy the application? EC2, Beanstalk. Do you know the difference between EC2 and Beanstalk? EC2 is manual, Beanstalk is automated. And then I want to do, no need sign up, not now. So guys, I didn't tell anything about the global service. When time comes, I'll talk about global service. But I said also 95% or 90%, 99%, all the services are regional, not global. When time comes, that service, I'll talk about the global thing. Okay, just for now, Lokesh, think about regional. And now, if I have something that I want to automate in AWS, so which is the service we'll use for automation? Lambda. What do you create in Lambda? Functions. What functions are those? Lambda functions. So does the Lambda function support multiple languages? Yes. Which one is the favorite one? Python. So that's why I said, guys, if you want to be excel in your career, if you want to be very good in career, one scripting language is must. Not now, but in your career, I would vote for Python. So if you learn Python, automations is really good in AWS. Guys, can you do also manually? Manual also you can do. But will you do it manually to sit to 40 machines to go and start and stop? Don't you have girlfriend? I mean, you don't spend time with her. Yes. So you, no. Okay. Good. So if you don't want to spend, then go manually. But if you want to spend, do the automation and go home. Okay. Not only that, you have wife and husbands also, right? So okay. Now, so all the events in AWS are stored in one place. Which service is that? Event bridge. So Nana, based on the interest, can we select the particular event and then I call the Lambda functions? Yes. So can we say that Lambda functions can be invoked? Yes, Lambda functions can be invoked. Is it clear? Super. So guys, online, I think from tomorrow, you can check Sarita with Shubham. And from tomorrow on, the link will change, I think. Online link will change. Please complete all your formalities. Today, few people asked. That's the reason why we keep the same link. And please complete the formalities by today and tomorrow. And don't miss the class. So like this, we'll be giving the overview on the services first, and then we'll jump on into the deep dive. Okay. Done. Second one. Good. Can you give the final CC for today, Nana, online? CC with smile. Yes, we can, Shiva. Shubham, if required, can you please paste the message again for the formalities, people? So guys, online and everyone, Shubham will be your admin. So please get in touch with him for any kind of videos and then for any formalities and all. So that is the message. Great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next important topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. And see you tomorrow. Don't miss the class. Good night.